Hello and welcome to this episode of the English Idioms series. Today we're looking at the idiom to live on borrowed time. So as always we'll have the meaning, some pronunciation focus and some examples. To live on borrowed time then. Taking the Cambridge Dictionary definition, they define it as to continue to exist longer than expected. There was also a second definition in there, meaning that a person's life extends past the point that we expected them to die. I'm paraphrasing slightly, but I went with this definition because existence can refer not only to a person, but also to things, to entities, such as businesses, for example. So thinking about the pronunciation then, we've got that weak to live. Live ends with the v and the next word begins with a vowel, so we can connect that. Live on. And take care with borrowed. Although it's written with ed, it's just a d that we add to the end of the base form borrow, borrowed. So it's not borrowed, for example. That would be a mistake. Borrowed. Borrowed time. So running all of those things through together, repeat after me nice and clearly. To live on borrowed time. Again, to live on borrowed time. So let's have a couple of examples then. Since that terrible accident, I feel like I'm living on borrowed time. She is really living on borrowed time with her business. So in the first instance, we've got that reference to the idea of somebody literally living past the point where they could have died, which is one of the main meanings of this idiom. I'm living on borrowed time is something a person would say if, for example, their doctor predicted that they were going to die and they are still living. Number two refers to a business, which obviously is not a living thing, but it's something that continues to exist. So with our second example, if I said this about my friend, I think that her business should have already failed or closed, but it's still going for some reason. So that's the idea that this idiom expresses, that something is existing, be it a person or a thing, for longer than we expected it to. So it's your turn. Have a moment to think about a situation where you might be able to use this idiom. Create an example sentence, put it in the comments below, and I'll give you some feedback on the grammar and the context that you've used so that you can get an idea as to whether or not you've really understood this idiom. Hit like if you found that useful and don't forget to subscribe. And if you like working with idioms, then check out the playlist and you'll find lots of other fun idioms there to keep you busy. Thanks for watching and have a lovely day.